Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ethereal Enigma. You're watching Javelin Studios and I'm Javelin. I think last episode we just had our normal school day. During recess we helped what's that kid? A guy named Rio from Bullies, and kind of forgot. We had after that we had another free time event. We chose Kira. We hung out with her at a nearby cafe, I guess. They were doing promotions which were basically about Hello Kitty. Well, in their case, Hello Kitten. Now, without further ado, let's continue with this story. I'm jerked awake by a fluffy thwack to the head. What?
Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Mina bounces in front of my face as I groan.
You did so well yesterday! What happened?
I remembered the joys of sleep.
Well, now you can remember the joys of being awake.
She rips up my blanket and dashes out of the room before I can retaliate. I hear her voice in the hall.
Hurry up! Breakfast is getting cold!
With a sigh, I tear myself away from my comfy bed and get ready. I reconvene with everyone downstairs and quickly eat breakfast. Once we're all ready, we set off towards school. Mina leads the way and Erilynn follows close behind. She seems to be in especially high spirits. She walks in a purpose, taking confident strides. I have a feeling she's enjoying the attention from campaigning. I spot the flash of gelled hair as Kosei catches up with us.
Hey guys!
Hey,
Oh, Kosei, you made it today!
What do you mean I made it? You're the ones who've been consistently late.
Nope. That doesn't sound like us at all.
Yeah, I would never be late.
It's true, she wouldn't. She'd sooner kill us all than be late.
Wouldn't killing us first make her late?
Yes, which is why she hasn't done it. Kosei sneaks a look in Mina's direction.
Not yet.
Erilynn, who had walked ahead, finally pauses and turns back to us with a confused expression.
Oh, you're right!
Mina rushes to catch up, while Kosei falls into step with me. He glances at Erilynn.
She seems eager to get to school today.
Yeah,
I bet she's excited for the debate.
I blink. What debate?
The candidate debate for grade representative. Did you forget?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's not long before we reach the school. Erilynn walks briskly, leading us straight through the doors. Once we're inside, we head to the cafeteria where chairs are set up. It's already packed with first years from all the homeroom classes. Erilynn splits off from us and joins Jiro and the other candidates. There's a small girl with short hair who fidgets nervously, a stocky guy teasing the nervous girl, and another girl who looks bored out of her mind. They must be from other homeroom classes. None of them seems promising as candidates. I see Kira doodling in a notebook and sit next to her, with Mina and Kosei filing in beside us. She briefly glances up and gives me a nod in greeting. I nod back. A few moments later, all of the homeroom teachers arrive.
Good morning, everyone!
Everyone settles down as Misato reaches the podium on the makeshift stage. In fact, there are a bunch of podiums set up in front of the room today.
We have a very exciting start to our day. The grade representative debate! I hope everyone is awake and alert and ready to listen.
I wanna sleep. It's kinda late at night. And now, Misato gestures to the podium.
Let's have all of our candidates join us on stage, please.
All of them scoot out of their seats and situate themselves, one in front of each podium. Misato relocates to the side.
Now, we're going to do things a little differently this year. I want everyone to anonymously write down a question for our candidates to answer and drop them into this bin. I'll use those in today's debate.
I think what issues are important to me? It's either I don't think the second or third option would be nice. Or maybe the second one only. The third one, sometimes you just don't feel like it. Or maybe the other students or your friends would have wrote the same question as you would. Yeah, I'll just be. Each of them have ideas for how they're going to change the school for the better, but realistically, they'll have to tackle it one issue at a time. If elected, what would be the first change you make to this school? Feeling pleased, I fold out my question and drop it in the bin. When the bin is full, Misato addresses the candidates.
When I ask a question, you'll each be given a chance to answer. We'll start with Miss Hana Sasaki.
The nervous girl swallows hard, readying herself for a question. Misato shuffles the bin and randomly pulls out a slip of paper.
What is your favorite color?
The girl blinks while Misato frowns.
Okay, who wrote this? Let's take this seriously, please.
After sorting through the questions and listening to the other homeroom candidates' response, I have to say I'm not impressed by any of them. Hana was too nervous to put together a coherent sentence. The stocky guy, Ray, spent the entire debate making mean comments about Hana. And the bored girl, Shion, declined to answer any questions at all. Why she even bothered running is a complete mystery.
This question is for Mr. Osamu.
Misato reads off a slip of paper.
If elected, what would be the first change you would make to this school?
This is my question. I focus on listening. Jiro gravely pushes his glasses up his nose.
As I've said before, I'm determined to ensure we have the highest level of education, and a major component of that is having top quality materials.
Yeah, I think we all heard that. This is gonna be boring. Yeah, there's an audible groan from the audience. Oh no, not this again. He clears his throat.
Truly it makes a difference. Think of how much easier it will be to read the board without distracting streak marks, or to have chalk sturdy enough to write without breaking.
Jiro continues to drone on and on. I fight to keep my eyelids from drooping, but it's a struggle. Other students slump in their seats from boredom.
And I'll fight to make sure that there's an accessible copy of all textbooks, so people of all backgrounds can afford the same level of education.
Yes, those things are all very important.
Wait, I wasn't done!
You were past your time, so I'll allow Miss Dawn to continue.
Everything my opponent said is important, but the more important issue is to make sure that school is fun. Productivity is proven to decrease when people are stressed or unhappy, so I'll ensure that each and every student enjoys their time here at school. Starting with today.
Suddenly, rainbow wrappers of candy shower the cafeteria in sweet treats.
I bet when you woke up this morning, you weren't expecting free candy.
Everyone jumps out of their chairs, their arms upstretched as they reach for candy.
What?
Oh my god, how did she know? How did she know I wanted candy?
She really does know what the people want! This is the best day of my life!
Jiro stares with his mouth hanging open, too dumbfounded to speak.
What? That isn't even... How did... Where did this candy even come from?
We might not even want to know that. Erilynn wears a broad grin as she seemingly pulls out candy out of nowhere and throws fistfuls of it into the crowd.
You get free candy, and you get free candy. Everybody gets free candy.
Well, quite a lot of reference from this. I'm not gonna look it up anymore. There's a lot of, related media who do this all the time. I'm not sure if my actions would do anything. Yeah, I'm not. Because well, I'll choose the third option first, and I'll explain later. I stay rooted in my seat as I watch the class erupt into chaos. If any candy happens to land my way, then I will happily eat it. But fighting for candy feels like more effort than I'm willing to give. Kosa and Mina both dive out of their seats, competing as to who can catch the most candy. The only person who remains seated is Kira. So, yeah, we'll just try to mimic Kira most of the time. Even Misato keeps a handful of candy and hides it in a pocket. I hear the chanting grow from a soft whisper to a loud roar amidst the chaos and pure joy. Eri, yeah. She blows the crowd a kiss before taking a long bow. Jiro's continued complaints are drowned out by the rising chant. Misato tries to regain control of the room, but the chaos is overpowering. Jiro grips the podium, fruitlessly shouting his campaign points, while Erilynn poses on stage, waving elegantly at the crowd. Eventually, with the help of the other homeroom teachers, Misato settles the students. Every single piece of candy is claimed as the room quiets down. Misato clears her throat.
Wow, what an unprecedented turn of events! I can confidently say that this is the most creative and energetic debate I've seen yet. Unfortunately, we'll have to end the rest of the debate early as classes will start soon.
But we've only answered one question each. I haven't even shared my 3-point plan.
Erilynn grins.
Ending the debate early is no issue. I believe my actions speak louder than words.
The crowd cheers again while Jiro scowls.
I'm sorry, Mr. Osamu, but time is up. Everyone, return to your classrooms.
Commotion rolls in a deafening chatter as students disperse out of the cafeteria. Misato herds all of us back into our classroom, allowing us a moment to get the excitement out of our systems. Then she begins the lesson. The students still talk about the debate or through the lessons. It's a relief when the first half of class is over. The bell rings, indicating it's time for lunch. The classroom erupts into conversation and scraping chairs as everyone files out of the room. My stomach rumbles. I can't wait to dink it into my bento. Who should I have lunch with? Well, for this walkthrough, Kira. Always choose Kira. Kira and I haven't spent a lot of time together in a while. I should see if she wants to eat lunch with me. I spot her as she heads towards the cafeteria and catch up to her. Hey, Kira! She turns.
Hello.
Are you heading to lunch? She nods. Would you like to eat together?
Oh,
She pauses, blinking in surprise, and then nods.
sure.
Great! Kira and I walk to the cafeteria. Once we're there, she gets in line to buy lunch and I grab us a table. She returns a moment later and sits down across from me. This time Hakuko Hajime prepared buns for us. My stomach growls in anticipation. I take a bite and the flavors instantly melt across my tongue. I glance up to see Kira staring at me. What's up?
Your bread looks good.
Thanks, my uncle made it. They sell these at the bakery so we have them for lunch pretty often.
Oh, yes, that's right. You work there with your cousin.
Yeah, I actually have a shift tonight. Kira nods. Silence settles over us. As we return our lunches, my eyes drift over to the notebook she's always scribbling in. It's picking out of her bag. Is that notebook for your homework? She shakes her head. Oh, I've noticed you writing in a lot. Sorry, I've noticed you writing in it a lot. So I thought you were taking notes.
I do, but not in there.
What do you use that notebook for? She hesitates.
Just some drawings for fun.
I perk up. Really? It makes sense she would be into art. She's always doodling and mentioned visiting the art booth at the fair. Are you joining the art club this year then? Kira doesn't answer straight right away.
I haven't decided on a club yet.
Yeah. We still have time to decide. I'm sure you'll figure it out. She nods. Were there any clubs that stuck out to you?
Maybe the art club.
That makes sense. We've both nearly finished our meals. The Still a lot of time before lunch is over. Since we got time, why don't we visit the art club now? She hesitates.
Is that a good idea?
It could help you make a decision. She pauses for a moment, considering. Then, to my surprise, she nods.
Okay.
We finish the rest of our lunch and head towards the art club room, which is kind of the same as a normal classroom. A few students are sitting around with their sketchbooks. Someone who looks like there might be the president brightens when she sees us.
Oh, hi! You're Kira, right? I remember you visiting our booth at the club fair.
A hint of surprise flashes across Kira's face, but she keeps her composure.
Yes, that's me.
The girl grins.
I thought so. It's nice to see you again. Have you decided to join us?
I'm still considering it.
The girl looks at me.
What about you?
No, I'm just here for support.
Great.
She turns back to Kira.
What's your favorite method of art?
Drawing.
Me too. In fact, most of us here like to draw.
She pauses.
Oh, you know what? I think you'll appreciate this. Follow me.
She leads us to a large cabinet. When she swings it open, she reveals an array of fancy pens and art supplies. Kira sucks in a small breath.
What do you think?
Are those Maru pens? And a liter ink?
Yes. What do you normally use?
It depends. Usually pilot ink.
We have that too.
Kira takes a closer look. She touches one of the pens. I assume it's the pilot ink one. Then she pauses.
You have Kaime ink?
Yep, good eye. They're pretty popular due to their fast drawing time.
I've never worked with them before.
The girl reaches into the closet and offers Kira a pen.
Would you like to give it a try? I think you'd love it.
Kira accepts the pen and practices a few test sketches.
Well, what do you think?
It's very smooth. The fast ink dry time is very helpful.
No more smudgy fingerprints all over the paper, right?
Kira smiles and the art president laughs. They're even having inside art jokes that I totally don't get. It looks like Kira's having a good time. I watch as she begins to relax. They continue to talk about other art styles and materials up until the bell rings, signaling the end of our free hour. The students start to gather their belongings and we help with cleanup.
I seriously hope you'll consider joining our club. We'd love to have you.
Thank you for letting me test out the pen.
Anytime.
The art club president steps away. It seems like you had fun. She looks thoughtful.
I did, actually.
So, what do you think? Are you going to join? She smiles slightly.
Yes, I think I will. Thank you for encouraging me.
No problem. I'm glad Kira decided on something she really likes. As we walk to class, I feel like we've grown a little closer today. Once I'm in the classroom, I slide into my desk. Lunch flew by too quickly, and I think my classmates all feel the same. For some reason, they are extra chatty today. Misato enters and crosses to the front of the room.
All right, class. Please open your books to page 394.
Only a few listening students comply. The rest are still absorbed in their conversations.
Actually, since it seems like you all know the material, we'll have a pop quiz instead.
I can almost hear the record scratch as everyone snaps to attention. The room is now loud with protest instead of conversation. Misato smiles.
I'm glad everyone is now paying attention. You'll need that focus to complete the quiz.
Mina groans and flops onto her desk.
Oh, this day was going so well.
Well, I blame those still talking. Kosei flashes a cocky grin.
She's just bluffing. She's not really gonna make us take a pop quiz, right?
We watch Misato begin writing on the board. Kosei looks at me, uncertainty growing.
Right?
I mean, it looks like she's serious. He flops onto his desk, imitating Mina.
No!
Erilynn flips back her hair, entirely calm.
It's only a little quiz. That's hardly a challenge.
You're only saying that because we're in math class. She smirks and leans back in her seat. I glance over to Kira, who's doodling in her notebook. She doesn't seem to care at all about the quiz. Misato dusts off her hands.
The questions are on the board. You have 15 minutes.
What? Just 15 minutes? I don't think I can even complete that. We all pull out a fresh sheet of paper and get to work. Unless that's of course a few questions, then I don't mind. Classes continue for the rest of the day and I make sure to pay attention. By the end of the day, I'm itching to get out of school. The bell finally rings and everyone shoots up from their seats. I grab my belongings and head out of the classroom. Okay, another free time event I guess. Now that I finally have some time, I should find someone to hang out with. You know what I'm choosing about now? I wonder what Kira's up to this afternoon. Maybe we can hang out. I take a look around the halls and end up spotting her alone inside the art club room. She has paints and a canvas set up by the windows, and her laptop is open on a desk in front of her. I can hear a voice coming from the laptop. She watches it intently while she paints. Yeah, I don't think any of the second one would actually work. Hey Kira. Her head whips around to look at me.
Oh, hello.
She's entirely calm and collected. But when I see her painting, I notice a stray paint mark. She quickly paints over it. Sorry for startling you.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
What are you watching?
A painting video.
Kira moves the laptop so I can see better. It's a man with ridiculously large permed hair, painting a picture very similar to the one Kira is working on.
Okay, now we're going to add a happy little tree right here, poking into our beautiful blue sky.
Well, I know who this guy is. Just switch the first letters of the name. Then you get the reference of the guy. What is this?
Painting with Joy, with Rob Boss.
Is that guy from Twitch?
That's where most people know him from, although he's been around since before then.
The painter with the ridiculous hair continues his demonstration.
Let's add some happy little shrubs and a happy little pond. Maybe a happy little boulder over here.
He adds each of those things to his paintings, except his pond ends up much bigger than expected, so he turns it into a lake.
Remember, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents.
Kira continues her work. Her painting is very similar to the one Rob Boss is making, although hers is much more stylized. How happy are your trees, Kira? She draws a tiny smiley face in response. I chuckle. Very happy. So, why the sudden interest in painting?
I signed up for the art club.
I agreed. I had a feeling you would after our visit.
It was a convincing visit.
But why does that mean you have to paint?
It doesn't. I wanted to give it a try. I draw a lot, but haven't really explored other mediums of art. Everyone in the club works with multiple materials and styles.
I see. That's not a bad idea. You can try different forms of art and ask the club members for help or suggestions if you need it.
Yes, so I'm starting with painting.
Kira adds a grey mountain to the background of a painting while I stand there and watch. She glances at me.
Do you want to paint too?
Yeah, we can try. Yeah, why not? It seems fun. Although, I'm not exactly good at painting.
That's okay. Rob Boss will teach you.
If I can't paint well, I can at least paint positively. Kira pauses the video and heads over to the wall of art supplies. She sets up an easel for me and offers a few colors of paint.
You can find more paint and brushes in there.
Thanks. I grab whatever supplies I need and ready myself in front of my canvas. Kira restarts the video.
Welcome to The Painting of Joy with me, Rob Boss. I hope you're all having a beautiful day.
The video quickly turns to the host's painting tutorial. He has a very calming way of speaking. Kira adds detail to a painting while I get started. Yeah, I'll just follow. For now, I should take this seriously. Who knows? I might learn something. I fill my canvas with happy little trees and happy white clouds. My canvas also has way more happy little accidents than it should, but that's okay. If I squint hard enough, it looks just as good at Rob Boss's. When we're finished, I stand back from my painting. What do you think? Kira takes a look.
You followed the video well. It looks great.
Thank you. A warmth of pride flows through me. I look over to Kira's painting, which is full of detail. There is snow on the mountains, leaves on the forest floor, and ripples in the water. It's hard to believe she's made such a nice picture in such a short amount of time. Wow, that's really good. Are you sure you haven't painted before?
Maybe a little, but I'm not very comfortable with it.
She remains modest, but the small twitch in her lips shows me that she appreciates the compliment. What does it look like when you're comfortable? Huh? Okay, Kira hesitates for a moment. I hope I didn't ask for something too personal. Sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it so weirdly.
No, it's okay.
She grabs her bag off the floor and rummages through it before pulling out her familiar notebook. After another pause, she hands it to me. I open it up and see page after page of manga-style characters in a variety of poses. There are fantasy warriors with giant swords. Okay. Cloud, I guess? I like that character. And the remake is coming out next year, March 2020? Yeah, I guess so. The 20th of March in the year 2020. Okay. Sci-fi marines, ordinary high schoolers, almost every popular manga trope. Should I choose this? Wow, Kira, these are amazing! If I didn't know any better, I'd have mistaken them for professional sketches. I'd have mistaken them for professional sketches. I catch a slight pinch of red in her cheeks.
Thanks, but they aren't that good.
They definitely are. I didn't realize you were into stuff like manga. She nods.
I like the style. It's versatile.
How so?
You can have cute characters, tough characters, and anything in between, all while drawing in the same style. It's inclusive.
That's an interesting way to view it. I never thought about it like that. Honestly, I never thought too deeply about manga or anime. I only thought about whether I like it or not. Based on Kira's home life, I can see why the inclusiveness appeals to her. How long have you been drawing these? She pauses, thinking about it.
I don't know exactly. It's been a while, though.
Have you ever thought of making your own manga?
My own manga?
Yeah, your designs are good enough for it. She falls quiet again. I don't think the thought has occurred to her before.
Would anyone read it?
I would.
Making a manga.
Kira is interrupted by a beeping from her phone. She looks down at it, then back up at me.
Sorry, I have a meeting I need to go to.
Oh, sure. Don't let me keep you. She nods as I return her notebook to her. Together we clean up the art room and put away our paintings. Thanks for letting me paint with you.
No problem.
You should really consider making a manga. She smiles softly.
I will.
We say our goodbye and Kira heads into the hall. I start heading home. I hope she does take my advice to heart. It would be cool to see what kind of manga Kira would curate. And even cooler to see her work displayed for others to enjoy. When I return home, I head up to my room. After finishing up my homework, it's soon time for my shift at the bakery. I change and head downstairs but don't see Mina. She must already be there. The walk to the bakery is quick and easy, and I arrive a few minutes early for my shift. As I expected, Mina is already there. She grins when she sees me.
Right on time! I was worried you'd be late without me there to remind you.
Nope. I wouldn't miss working a shift with my favorite cousin. Mina rolls her eyes but grins.
You're so corny sometimes.
That what makes me fun. Eh? Okay. That's what makes me fun. Okay. She
If you
giggles.
say so.
People start trickling in and Mina and I speed off to help them. After assisting a few customers, a familiar face comes through the door. Kira?
Hello.
Oh, hi, Kira.
Mina looks just as surprised to see her as I am. I didn't expect to see you here.
I came to buy that bread you had at lunch.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Let me get one for you.
That's okay. I'll get it.
She disappears into the back, which is strange considering we have the bread stacked out front. Maybe she wants to grab a fresh one for Kira. I notice Kira looking around the bakery.
It's nice here. It feels cozy.
Thanks. It's a fun place to work. Feel free to browse. Everything here is good, so you can't go wrong.
They do look good, but I wouldn't know what else to get.
I can make some recommendations. She nods.
Sure.
You'll probably want something sweet, right? She blinks, surprised.
How did you know?
I remembered you like sweet things from the cafe. I think I see a smile.
You're right.
I look around the bakery. Nope, I wouldn't choose this. Come on. I don't think that would work. Don't think she would react well. Yeah. Choose the most. I think when you don't know what to choose, either choose the first or the third. Normally the first. Actually, Anemiko and Uncle Hajime are working on a catering order, and their cupcakes are really good. I could get you one of those if you like.
Is that okay?
I'm sure it will be. They always make extra just in case something happens. Normally those just go to Mina and me, so I'm happy to bring you one.
That's kind, but I don't want to trouble you. Next time I'll try a cupcake though.
I nod. Sure. Even though she turned down the offer, I see her looking at the cake display. It seems like she's taking my suggestion of cupcakes to heart. Oh, I think I should have chose the third one. Mina returns with Kira's bread.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Well, if we have the option, I would. Well, just deduct it from my paycheck, if I ever get it. Unless I work free labor at my family's bakery. I don't know. Well, if you choose the other option, if you choose to hang out with others, that option wouldn't even appear, and I think Mina or you yourself would just ring her up. Kira brings the bread to the register, but I shake my head. This one's on me. She pauses, clearly surprised.
I don't mind paying for it.
I know, but consider it a thank you for stopping by. If you like the bread, then please come back again and try more of our selection. After a moment, she nods.
Thank you.
I hand back the bread. To my surprise, Kira unwraps the plastic and takes a small bite.
Do you like it? It's good, right?
Yes, it's delicious.
Kira's eyes widen. She looks away as a small blush dusts her cheeks. Mina and I both smile.
I'm glad you think so.
Thank you for the delicious bread.
You're welcome. Feel free to come by anytime.
Thanks.
The bell dings as Kira leaves the shop. Mina looks at me and raises an eyebrow.
On the house, huh? That's awfully generous of you.
What? I was trying to be nice.
Uh-huh. Is that it? You just wanted to be nice?
Yep.
Then how come you never offered me anything on the house?
Because you work here and already get everything for free.
You mean it's because I'm not Kira?
No! A blush burns my face. Mina laughs. She caught me.
Whatever you say, cuz.
I know Mina's joking, but was I really so obvious? I can't deny the part of me that hopes she'll come back and visit more often because of this. It's true. The rest of the evening goes by quickly. A few regulars come in and get their usual orders. I don't run into any other classmates though. Mina and I closed the bakery and cleaned up together before heading back home. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I wash up and get ready for the night. It isn't until after I fall into bed that I realize I forgot to get my cupcake. No! I worked so hard for it! I hope they still save it for me. Before long, I drift off to sleep. Mina wakes me up bright and early the next day. I take a quick shower and meet everyone downstairs for breakfast. Well, that's it for today, I guess. I'll continue this in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching Javelin Studios. I'm Javelin, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Ethereal Enigma. Signing out.